Hi, I'm Michelina, and I'm an artist. My main focus is expressing emotion through landscape painting. The following is an excerpt from my Instagram Live studio tour. This is part 3, the stories behind the paintings. Now I'm going to talk about some of the paintings on the wall here. I'm going to start with this one. It's called Red Rebel of the Long Walk. It's inspired by my trip to Ireland, which I took last year with 3 of my good friends. We've been friends since high school. This painting is of a street in Galway, Ireland. It's right by the water. And when I saw this street, I fell in love with it because there's a row of houses, and all of them except one are painted in these lovely light pastel colors. And then there's this one house who's the little red rebel in the middle. And I thought, oh, that's so cheeky. So I loved it. This one here is called A Little Row on Carlingford Lough. Lough means lake. And this is also from Ireland, but it's not a picture or a place that I visited or took. When we were in Ireland, we met a musician, and we became friends on Facebook and Instagram. She is a great outdoors woman. She loves to hike, and she belongs to this rowing club. And she took this photograph of her row just as the sun was setting, and it was gorgeous. And so I asked her if I could paint it, and she said sure. So this is the finished painting, and when she saw it, she loved it. So that made me really happy. This is called Stone Cottage by the Bay. And I knew I wanted to do a cottage painting, a stone cottage in particular. So I was searching on the internet for images, and I found one that I just loved. So I contacted the person who owned the image and asked for permission to use it for a painting, and they said sure. So this is the result. And for me, when I look at this, it's my refuge from the chaos that is in the world today. I can just see myself inside this cozy cottage and looking out the window to this beautiful landscape. So that was my inspiration for this. I'm just gonna come a little closer and show you so you can see some texture here and some on the roof as well. And that is applied with a special tool and modeling paste. And I'll just grab the tool here to show you. So that's this one here. Okay, so this painting is particularly inspired by the isolation experienced during this time. So painting is a discovery. It's a discovery of what works and what doesn't work, and it's also a discovery of feelings that you didn't quite know you had until they're manifested onto the canvas. So I experienced both these discoveries during this painting. So actually, this is the study for this painting. And as you can see, it's very different from what ended up being the finished piece. So after I did the study, I really liked it. So I started to transfer it onto the canvas. But once I got the first layer of paint on, I wasn't happy with it at all. There was too much empty space that wasn't saying anything. and I just couldn't figure out what was wrong, like how to fix it. So I sat with the painting for a long time and tried to get in touch with what I was feeling. And from there, ideas started to flow and possible solutions came to mind. And this was the result. So I discovered what I was feeling was that I had lost the concept of time. So since the shutdown, every day seemed like the next day to me. And I kept asking myself, okay, what day is it today? Because it's like I had no idea. And so, this painting represents losing the concept of time. So the trees represent each day. They look the same, but there are subtle differences. And it could be day or night. So I have stars shining up above in the midnight blue sky. But then the sun is shining and casting shadows from the trees. This painting can be any day of the week, could be night or day. It's just all the same. And this painting is called Meadow Park, which is the park behind my house. And there's actually 3 trees in the park that look very similar. If you see anything that you want to add to your art collection, you can contact me through Instagram at Michelina Williamson or my website, michelinawilliamson-artist.com. So that's my studio tour. Thank you so much for joining me today.